is True Lies. And the thing that strikes me about that one is it's the one Cameron movie that I forget is his at times, because it feels more like an Arnold movie than a Cameron movie.
I think that's it in a nutshell, yeah.
Nowhere else in his filmography, even when he was like working in somebody else's franchise, like Aliens, like does not have every other movie. I mean, Aliens is a weird franchise, especially at that point. It doesn't have like an overwhelming identity, and it got so weird and inconsistent after that it still doesn't.
I mean, that is sort of the identity of the Aliens films in the long run, because they right. True Lies, good. I like it more than it deserves, and that's why I've got it here at 5. Which is probably higher than it should be. But I was watching it. I'm kind of just like, I have fond memories of this. There's some stuff that leaps out to me now, but I mean, it's Cameron for hire, and he does a really good job at it, though. And the weirdness is kind of appealing too. Really, the weird sex games that they're playing with each other, that's unusual. You don't often see that in family action movies, which is kind of what this is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. It's also pretty R-rated for being a fan, and I mean, not just for the sex stuff, but for the violence. I don't know.
Well, it's the James Cameron thing, where he makes like the most R-rated PG-13 movies, and
right,
where the most it's R-rated movies for young people. That's what James Cameron makes.
Yes,
and
yeah, is it though? I mean, because it's about marriage.
Yeah, but it's not about like real marriage.
Yeah,
it's about sitcom marriage.
I guess that's true. It's about sitcom marriage.
Yeah, it's like
you've probably seen Home Improvement if you're 12 or whatever when this comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think what this demonstrated to me, and it's definitely a weird thing to say given some of the stuff I'm going to say about their work together in like 15 minutes from now, but it clicked me here. I don't think Cameron and Arnold are actually like a good fit for each other's sensibilities.
I think I disagree with that, Al. I gotta say, I don't know.
The Terminator is a weirdly great, just perfect usage of Arnold, but
yes,
there's something in an Arnold movie, which, as we established, there's something inherently comedic about it whenever Arnold is fighting like other mortal humans. If it's not an all-time great like movie monster like a Terminator or a Predator, it's just kind of there. And comedy's not really a strength of Cameron.
No,
leaning into that
really.
that inherent goofiness doesn't seem like a bad idea. But I almost feel like Cameron's action sequences are like a little bit too good to be in a goofy action comedy.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, they're definitely better than the movie needs or deserves. But I think that kind of just makes the movie better. The action is definitely one of the things I love about True Lies. I would say, and here's where I agree with you about True Lies. I think Arnold, one of Cameron's big strengths as an action director is that he's kind of uninterested in gigantic badasses like Arnold, who can't be defeated. All of his protagonists tend to be on the back foot. They are in mortal danger and very close to dying, one step ahead from whatever's chasing them. It's very true of Terminators, obviously. It's true of Aliens. It's kind of what's going on in the Abyss. It's definitely what's going on in Titanic. Avatar, less so. They're going for it, though. True Lies, not at all the case. I mean, from the start that Arnold was going to have no trouble defeating these guys. They are not a serious threat.
Yeah, Crimson Jihad does not stand a chance. Like,
Yeah.
Chris from Kindergarten Cop had a better fighting chance than Crimson Jihad had in True Lies.
Yeah, those bad guys suck, So, like, it's... I mean, that's just sort of dissimilar for him, for Cameron. It's not at all dissimilar for a 90s action movie. That's kind of what they were. Or for an Arnold movie, for that matter.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you put Arnold in the antagonist role in Terminator to make that
exactly.
work. And one of the most amazing things about T2 is that they find a way for Arnold to function as an underdog in it. And so, I think as a result, the emotional life of this film lives entirely within the marriage plot line, and that's weird because it's weird stuff. And that's just not how a James Cameron action film functions usually.